really good. Okay, so in 1995, I'm on a jet flying from Corpus Christi, and who am I sitting next to? We just finished an AMLIC conference, George Lepp. George has been the tech guru for outdoor photographer since it first started a long time ago, 1989, something like that, 1990. Anyway, so I asked George, how do you keep the dew, the condensation, from a night shoot from settling on your lens, on your camera? You put a plastic bag around your camera, and then this is pointed up at the sky because you're shooting the Milky Way, so it's like that. And you have this fan. I guess I could take it out. It even has probably a battery in here that's 10 years old, and you mount this fan right under here, and it blows air up on the lens, and it really works. And I asked George, what do you do, before I told him how cool I was. He said, well, I use this very sturdy tripod. Everything's kind of nailed down, and he takes a cloth, and periodically he just wipes the dew off his lens. But you do, you take it an hour. This is back actually during the film days. Remember those days? Yeah, you remember. And I told him about this, and next thing you know, he writes about it in the column. He never says who it is, so I didn't get credit for it. Freaking cannon shooter. Don't get me started. Okay. So, are we okay? Right. So it really works, but how do you attach it? I went to Ace Hardware, and I bought this aluminum stay. It's an aluminum strap, and you cut it to any length you want, and then you just bend the crap out of it. And you actually use Velcro, and you attach it, bend this thing back like this, and you would mount the fan to this, all right? And you use Velcro because the next thing is this. I wish I invented this, because if I had, you'd be meeting at my house on Gulf Shore Boulevard in my 250-person auditorium on the beach. Velcro, cool stuff. And I've actually made Velcro straps just by taking straps and like this stuff here, the negative and positive ones, and just gluing it together like that. So I built my own strap. So anyway, Velcro is cool. Okay, everybody? Yeah, Velcro is right. Wait, the next political battle will be those who don't think it's cool. All right. So anyway, that's how you get that. Strap, Velcro, fan, Velcro. All right, pretty easy. Clothespin. I don't have any actual really wooden clothespins. Those are all in my chip clothespin drawer in the kitchen. Because, you always need a clothespin to hold the bag of chips closed up. And these I don't let my wife touch. I don't know why. They're almost worthless, but these are what I call clothespins. And they're really handy. And you need these because let's say you're out in the woods and you have to I carry this often. You want to take a picture of a pretty flower and you want to blacken the background, you can wrap this around whatever and use clothespins to hang it up. And you might want to bring some twine or rope. You might want to hang your bag, because you're in 4 foot of water, you might want to hang your camera bag on a tree. So you want clothespins maybe. You want carabiners. These carabiners, though, you can't use them to support your weight. These are those cheap dollar carabiners, but not those cheap $15 carabiners that are made to hold 500 pounds. You use one of these, you're going to fall on your ass. It's going to hurt. Tell me about it. Oh, something really cool that I didn't even write down. We had a guy years ago when I worked for that agency, the communist, and there was a hunter out one day, and he was up in his deer stand, and he fell out of the deer stand, and he hurt himself badly, and he had one of these. It was stuck to the top of his hat. It was a prank somebody gave him, just a red light. And this one, the battery's dead. Story of my life. But anyway, he had a red light. He turned that thing on, and about 1 o'clock in the morning, they found him, and he had a broken pelvis, and he was in bad shape. He would have probably died in 3 or 4 days. because they would have quit looking for them in about 24 hours. But anyway, it's kind of handy. Look, kind of handy. When you're ever in trouble, and by the way, when you use the wrong carabiner, you fell out of the tree, your cell phone went underwater, but this thing. Okay, what else? Tripod leg cover. All right, so you have to have a really cool wife or somebody that likes to sew. I mean, in this day and age, shoot, I like to sew. That's why I sound like that. All right, tripod legs. Everybody does this. You go to Home Depot, you buy the pipe wrap insulation, okay? And I have a tripod out in my vehicle that's actually got that on it, and I wrapped it with camouflage duct tape. You can buy camouflage duct tape. Yours is pink, right, Ed? It's pink camouflage, so you still can't see it, right? All right. So I thought, well, I talked to my wife really nice. By the way, if it's your wife or your girlfriend, you're doing the same favors, and you keep doing them for the rest of your life, so it doesn't really matter if you're married. Right? So anyway, my wife, I finally talked her into making these nylon sleeves. It's nylon ripstop camouflage. It's cool, all right? Other than that, who cares? And she sewed pockets into it. And then I could put my little thingamabob in there. Instead of when I'm in the swamp and I drop that... Is that Christine?
You're losing them, Larry. Pick it up, Larry. You're losing them.
Okay, yeah. All right. What else? Oh, Connie Gramsilver. You know, we wrote that book together. We call it the Bag Queen. It's not derogatory at all. It's because she saved my life, or more often than, well, more than once. Ziploc bags. And she'll go somewhere, and have you ever seen your luggage out on the tarmac being loaded into a plane in the pouring rain? Yeah. So Connie likes to load when she's packing up to go on a trip, she'll actually wrap a lot of stuff in bags. And that's really, really important. And when I went to Cuba a month ago, I had to share the bags, and I needed them. This bag I turned into a product that I can sell. It's called the Pro Aquatect bag. Okay, I just covered up the Ziploc. It's camera gear protection bag right there. It's now worth $1. It was worth about whatever 20 bags divided into $3. So if you want this, it's $1. It's the only one I have left. I've sold all the other ones. All right. Oh, another save your butt kind of thing. Have you guys seen these water purifiers? It's a $69 job. It's a 750 milliliter bottle full of water. Apparently you can urinate in the water and you still... Okay. And they told us don't drink the water in Cuba where we were. It's probably a good idea. And you hold this down for 1 second or 2 seconds. And is it dead already? Ah, see, it came on. And you just take it for 1 minute. Turn this, and it's killing 99.99% of amoeba-like dysentery carrying viruses that are piggybacking on certain bacteria that we will remain nameless. Yeah, I've seen you. The dentist put it in, didn't he? Yeah. So anyway, in 1 minute that goes off, and your water's good. I'm almost done. Skimmer sap. Okay, you can buy this. It's actually probably overpriced. I think I paid $65 for it. It comes empty. When I went to Africa, I just go to the cook at wherever place we were staying, and they would fill it up full of beans or rice or that kind of anything like that. When I got back, I talked my wife into building a sock filled full of microbeads, so this thing doesn't weigh anything. And now, not only is it a nice thing that you can put on your door frame of your vehicle when you want to lay a big lens on it, or on top of your safari vehicle, you lay your big lens on it. But when you're on the plane, it is your headrest, and it doesn't weigh anything. And weight is everything when you're carrying a big lens. My camera bag weighed more than my regular luggage in Cuba. I had a 40-pound luggage bag. I had a 43-pound pack full of camera gear. And I didn't take my big lens. Oh, the last thing I'll say is like when you're walking around in the swamp, there's just certain tips that you really need to understand, and the most important one is to bring a slave with you, especially one that really doesn't know what's going on and they're willing to walk in front of you. It's really good. Oh, what is that? Oh, don't worry about it. Walk over there. So anyway, and especially grad students are great for this because, I want to graduate, and I'm paying $50,000 a year for this degree. Sure, I'll go walk in front of that alligator. So anyway, and you guys probably have your own tips, techniques. I really haven't said much for techniques, but, well, maybe I had. You just have to reinterpret. But if you guys have any ideas, come to me. We'll write them down. We'll keep going and talking about them in the future. And when we get enough compiled, we'll do this again. And even you can stand up here and make an answer yourself.